Hello, explorers. Today, we're venturing into one of the most mysterious and dangerous places in our solar system. Imagine this. What if you fell into Jupiter, the largest planet orbiting our sun? At first, it might sound exciting, like diving into a giant, colorful ball of clouds. But the reality is far stranger and far more terrifying than you might expect. Jupiter is not like Earth. It doesn't have a solid surface you can stand on. Instead, it's a gas giant made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Its beautiful stripes and the famous Great Red Spot are just patterns of stormy clouds swirling endlessly around the planet. Falling into Jupiter would be like stepping into a storm bigger than anything you could imagine. So let's picture the journey. As you approach Jupiter, the first thing you'd notice is its sheer size. This planet is so enormous that more than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. The colorful bands of clouds stretch across its surface, and the Great Red Spot, a storm larger than our planet, spins violently below. You'd be falling toward a world with no solid ground, only endless layers of atmosphere leading into crushing darkness. The first stop in your fall would be the upper atmosphere. Here, the sunlight still reaches through, illuminating the cloud tops in shades of white, brown, red, and orange. Temperatures hover around minus 145 degrees Celsius, minus 234 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than Antarctica on its worst day. The winds whip around you at hundreds of kilometers per hour, faster than the strongest hurricanes on Earth. You'd be caught in currents that toss you like a leaf in a storm, unable to control your descent. But the deeper you go, the stranger and deadlier things become. As you sink below Jupiter's upper clouds, the sunlight begins to fade. The atmosphere grows thicker, darker, and hotter. You pass through layers of ammonia ice crystals, then deeper into ammonium hydrosulfide clouds, turning the world around you into eerie hues of yellow and red. The winds are still violent, but now pressure is rising fast. At just 100 kilometers below the cloud tops, the air pressure is already similar to what you'd feel deep in Earth's oceans, and it keeps increasing. The temperature climbs too. From the freezing cold of the upper layers, it quickly rises above the boiling point of water. Your protective suit would burn and melt away almost instantly. Any spacecraft trying to follow you would be crushed and destroyed by the intense conditions before it even got this far. Farther down, the atmosphere stops being just air. Under such extreme pressure, hydrogen gas, the main ingredient of Jupiter, begins to change into something exotic. It becomes a superheated liquid, unlike anything we experience on Earth. Imagine falling through an endless ocean of metallic, shimmering hydrogen, where electricity flows like in metal. Scientists believe this is where Jupiter's powerful magnetic field is generated, a magnetic field so strong it stretches millions of kilometers into space. The deeper you go, the less it feels like falling into a planet and more like plunging into another world entirely. Light disappears, the pressure rises thousands of times greater than Earth's, and the environment becomes utterly alien. You wouldn't see much, just endless, crushing darkness. And yet, you still wouldn't reach a surface because Jupiter may not have one in the way Earth does. Instead, you'd keep falling. As you continue your descent, the environment grows more extreme than anything the human body, or even most machines, could endure. The pressure becomes so immense that it crushes matter into strange forms. Hydrogen, squeezed tighter and tighter, transforms into metallic hydrogen, a bizarre state where atoms are packed so closely that electrons can move freely, just like in metal. This layer might extend for tens of thousands of kilometers, forming a massive, churning ocean of metallic fluid. Here, the temperature soars to tens of thousands of degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. Lightning storms unlike anything on Earth crackle above and below, triggered by turbulent flows of hydrogen and helium. The magnetic field in this region is so intense it could fry spacecraft electronics instantly. And it constantly blasts Jupiter's moons with radiation. If somehow you survive this far, and that's a huge if, you'd be plunging into a world completely alien. There is no sunlight here, only darkness lit by flashes of plasma and the glow of unimaginable heat. You'd feel as if you were sinking into the heart of a star. And finally, deep at the very center of Jupiter, you might encounter its core. Scientists are still unsure what it's truly like. Some think it's a solid or semi-solid ball of rock and metal, perhaps 10 to 20 times more massive than Earth. Others believe it may be a dense, slushy mixture of ice, rock, and metallic elements, slowly blending with the surrounding layers of hydrogen. Either way, this core is under such crushing pressure that atoms themselves are squeezed beyond recognition. Reaching the core would be the end of your journey. Here, the pressure is millions of times stronger than Earth's atmosphere. The temperature is tens of thousands of degrees, and the weight of Jupiter itself presses down on you with unimaginable force. No human or spacecraft could survive. Instead, you'd become part of Jupiter itself, your atoms scattered and fused into the endless storms and layers of this giant world. So, what does this terrifying journey into Jupiter teach us? First, it shows just how different gas giants are from rocky planets like Earth. We're used to thinking of planets as places with solid ground beneath our feet, but Jupiter is a world without a true surface, an endless ocean of gas and exotic matter, stretching thousands of kilometers deep. It also reminds us of how extreme the conditions in our solar system can be. Jupiter is beautiful from afar, with its swirling stripes and the famous Great Red Spot, but up close, it's a violent, alien environment. Its atmosphere is filled with storms larger than Earth. Its radiation belts are deadly, and its magnetic field is one of the strongest in the solar system. Yet, studying Jupiter is incredibly important. This giant planet holds clues to the early history of our solar system. By understanding its mysterious core and its layers of hydrogen and helium, scientists can learn how planets form, not only here, but around other stars as well. Missions like NASA's Juno spacecraft are helping to unlock these secrets, orbiting Jupiter and sending back data about its atmosphere, gravity, and magnetic field. Falling into Jupiter may be a death sentence, but imagining the journey helps us appreciate the strange and powerful forces that shape our universe. Jupiter is not just a planet. It's a natural laboratory, a reminder of how small and fragile Earth really is and how much we still have to discover among the stars. So next time you see Jupiter shining in the night sky, remember, behind that bright point of light lies a world of storms, crushing depths, and mysteries we are only beginning to understand.